Hello and welcome to Aurelian University. In this video we're going to talk about logical operators. So logical operators, they're called logical operators because they determine the relationship between Booleans in a logical way. So in other words, if one thing is true and another thing is true, that is a condition in and of itself. It's a logic-based condition, right? So we could say the condition is that a certain thing will only be true if two other things are true. One is true and another is true. Logical operators return Boolean data types just like comparison operators. So there are three ones we want to talk about: and, or, and not. So with and, this logical operator will return a true only if the two values it represents are true. So if I say print true and false, this will print false because not both of these are true. If I say print true and true, this will print true because both of them are true. If I use or, it will return a true if one of the two is true. So if I say true or false, this will return true. True or true will also return true. False or false will return false. Not, this will return true only if the input after it is false. So not true and false is going to be, so true and false evaluates to false because they're not both true. And then not false is going to evaluate to true. False or false is going to evaluate to false, and not false is going to evaluate to true. So, I've already CD'd into this folder. So if you haven't done that, make sure to do that. So we get what we expected. This is false, this is true, 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 false, and then we have true and true. Now remember, we can also do these for strings. So if I were to say and, that would evaluate as, this would evaluate as true. But if I were to say world with a space, so this would evaluate as false because this is not the same thing as world with a space. So we could run this too. And we get actually the same result because one of them is false. But just to show you a different result, say we can get a true if they're actually the same. So these are what logical operators do. They take two Booleans or multiple Booleans, in this case only one Boolean, and they return Boolean based off of certain rules. So and, if both things are true, with or if only one of them is true, and with not if only, or if one or both of them are true, and with not if one of them is false, it'll return a true. So just remember, logical operators are operators that return Booleans based off of logic rules.